We did acquire the rights on Tom Clancy with the intent to first not have to pay royalties, but also indeed to look at it, projecting ourselves a few years into the future, because eventually what's going to happen is that what you see on linear content today on the CGI in movies like the upcoming WALL-E from Pixar, that level of quality will likely be what you find as CGI quality in games, say 5 years from now. So once you have that, you want to be able to reuse those assets and put them on other mediums. So maybe it's to make a full-length movie, but it's also possibly to make episodes online. I mean, you can really see different opportunities to reuse that content. I think it's also because you have to think about the way it's going to be happening in the future is that we'll launch and we'll make events around launches in a different way than we do today. I think there's going to be more ancillary activities around the launch of a video game than there is today. So for instance, you make a very nice story, you write a book. You make a lot of CGI, maybe you put out some episodes or a movie. Who says that the movie cannot be an ancillary or a derivative product from the game? If GTA today had a movie, the game probably would still be the driver, and the movie would be the derivative product. Whereas so far you've only seen games being a derivative product of a movie, even if it's a game based on, a movie based on a game, the movie is still stronger. But with $500 million in a week on GTA, no movie has ever done that, right? So the movie would have been second to the game. So if you consider that the reusing of the assets combined with the strength of the movie of the launch event for a game, you can see how you will be able to put much more horsepower, and then it makes more sense for us than to own, say, the Tom Clancy brand, for instance, because let's say on that launch of a game, you have the movie, but you also have maybe a Facebook game. You can have, I was using earlier as a joke, you could have toothbrushes, and that's what they did. When Lion King went on spending $80 million as opposed to the typical 40, that's also probably at the time when that business really developed itself, where you can't go anywhere today when Pixar launches a new movie and you're going to see robots and plushies and you name it, and toothbrushes. So it's part of the launch event. So, and I think that Tom Clancy acquisition falls also in that.
And you think maybe all the titles, all the brands from Ubisoft, you might
possibly, yeah. I mean, again, it's I'm using Tom Clancy because it's a natural and it's the big one. I mean, Tom Clancy now is I think we've sold 58 million units of Tom Clancy games over the last 10 years. So this is a behemoth. So it's easy to envision that. But I was using GTA. I could use Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed version 4 may be an event where there's a movie coming out at the same time as the game, except maybe by then the game will be the driver and the movie the ancillary product. I think it gets more blurry because the assets can be reused. So if we make quality assets on the CGI, because we have to, because our processing power in the next generation of machine actually demands that, in fact, then if those assets can be of high enough quality that they compare with what is on the movies, then it blurs very easily and you can reuse them for both of those strong mediums.